Mark, do you want to kick us off, please?
Todd Cantwell's debut today was on the left, he was on the right, he was up front, he was dropping back. Quite an impressive debut. What instructions did you send him over today?
No, he was free to go and disrupt and go and get touches on the ball. That's how he'll play for us, similar to Ryan Kent. They're allowed to go and break the rules, if you like. We got quite a lot of structure in terms of our midfielders, so I like those two being quite free. I thought Malik joined it at times as well, and some of the approach play first half was very good. What we failed to do was reward ourselves, particularly if you think Alfredo's had 3 big moments in the first half where on another day he might have a first half hat-trick. I think then the first half become very stop-start through no fault of anybody really, with the penalty, their lad has an injury, then there's another injury, a sending off, and the game was really broken up to half time. We wanted more rhythm second half. I'm not sure we got it. I still think we had big moments again. Keeper makes a fantastic save from Ryan Kent, and it's a day where we should have probably scored 2 or 3 more on chances. I'm pleased with a clean sheet, and then we move on to Wednesday.
In terms of, you had people coming back from injuries. You got obviously Kamara who scores, you get Kolak who's short term, and Hadji who's long term. How do you feel about assessing them for Wednesday night's game, or is that really down to your medical staff?
With Yanis is nowhere near ready to start. It was just lovely to be able to bring him back on today. He probably played a little bit longer than I wanted him to. It was just we had this date in mind and I wasn't going to budge from it. He wasn't. It was lovely to see him come back after a year here at Ibrox and get the ovation from the fans and for him to hear how much he means to them. At the moment, I think with people like Ryan and Todd and then Malik and Scott Wright's in a good place, Fashion's in a good place, then you're adding Yanis to it. Kamar will be back in train next week, Antonio and Alfredo. Going forward, we've got a lot of numbers. It was difficult to pick the team today. That's probably the strongest squad I've been able to pick since I come back in the 10 games. But then what you've got to do inside that is you've got to get your shirt and you've got to keep it, because the competition is going to get there. So I'm expecting a little bit more from my team, if I'm honest.
You mentioned that rhythm maybe wasn't there. Are you just looking for your players to try and build that a bit more? Yeah, look, the relationships on the pitch, I thought Malik and Todd at times in the first half, some of their play was fantastic. We just didn't reward it with a goal. If I look at Glenn Kamara's performance today, he plays a fantastic pass for Alfredo in the first half to put him clean through, and then he goes and scores a goal running beyond the striker. That's like a new Glenn Kamara. So obviously he's listening to the messaging, and he's going to need to keep that up because there's a lot of competition. Ryan Jack, in the moment of the sending off, ended up with a horrible knock to his shin, and with Wednesday in mind, and the fact that I thought the game was one of them days where another card might be coming. It was good to bring him off and bring John on, so we're hoping he's okay for Wednesday, but it's nice to see Glenn in good form.
Michael, Todd, just go back to Todd again, how difficult a decision was it to start him today, given he's not played a lot of football and he's only had a few games?
The last game he actually started with against me when I was manager of QPR back in November, I think. So he didn't play very well, actually. It was a 0-0 draw. No one played well. So if you thought that game was a tough watch, you should have watched that one. But no, jokes aside, it wasn't hard to play him because he's come here to play, and I wanted to put him in the team. We've got 3 home games out of the next 4, or 3 out of the next 4, coming up. So it was important for me to give him a debut here. It was very hard to take Fashion out because Fashion's been outstanding in the last few weeks, but we do have 2 more games to come, and I think for me to keep the players guessing and also to stay quite flexible and have variety for the other managers to keep guessing, I'm going to change 2 or 3 quite a lot now. I think we're in a place where our squad's strong, and if you want to be one of the mainstays in the team, you really have to perform at a high level, and I think that's a good place for us to be right now.
And you mentioned earlier in the week how important the clarity you were giving him in terms of what you wanted him to do was a big factor for him to come here. How difficult is that to give a player that clarity when you want him to be in such a free role, similar to
it's just a bit of structure. Some players need rules, really strict rules in terms of what they're allowed to do, and that makes them a better player. Other players just need a bit of structure. Todd's someone that I think he just needs a little bit of structure out of possession to block certain areas, similar to Malik and Ryan. And when they're at it and they're playing close together and they're on form, I think that we can be really excited. They're not the only ones in our squad either. We've got quite a lot of players like that. That's what I wanted. That's why it shows that just one player coming in can just change the whole options of the team. So, look, the amount of chances we created today I was pleased with. I wasn't pleased with our last pass or last shot. If they go in, everyone says the performance is fantastic. I thought whether they would have gone in or not, there's still enough in red flags in that performance for me to have a lot of work to do. But I was expecting that. I think it was just, when we look back on it, it'll be a routine 2-0, but I would like us to be a bit more ruthless in the final third. The chances were there for us today.
We are from Romania, so for us it's very important, Yanis Hagi. So we want to know if you can tell us when he will be able to play 19 minutes. First question, and second question, if it's possible. In Romania and in Turkey was some rumors about Galatasaray interest for him. If you can tell us a few words about this or not.
Well, firstly, I know that club's close to his heart because I believe he was born there and obviously his dad played there. But Yanis Hagi is going to play his football for Rangers for a few more years yet, so I can dispel that rumour. Secondly, today was about getting Yanis back out there in front of the crowd. He looks in a good place after being out for a year and the type of injury he had. Let's see how he settles, but by the end of the month, I think he'll be wanting to start in a cup final, not watch one. Thank you.
Michael, in terms of the incident that led to the red card, you said that Ryan Jack was impacted in terms of sort of injury to his ankle. Callum Davidson was in before you, and he didn't think it was a red card. What was your view of the incident and also the tackle that followed that led Wally Collins to go to the VAR monitor with Ryan Jack?
Nicky Clark is not meant to do. There's no malice in that tackle whatsoever. I think actually at the last minute he tries to pull back, but he does catch Ryan quite high on his shin, not his ankle. And Ryan's got the gash there to show it. So, and he'll possibly be a doubt for Wednesday. So he has caught him, but I don't think there was any malice in it. The VAR official at the end of the video has obviously spoke to Willie, and they've decided to send the boy off. I don't think for a minute he's meant it, but he's caught him high. Ryan's one on Montgomery is completely different. It's low, his foot's low, and he's caught him on the ankle, and it's a yellow card anywhere on the park. I don't think we should put the two together because one's a sending off, make a lot of drama about the others. There's no way that Ryan Jack's tackle is a red card. No way.
Michael, I've got to ask you, 2 days to the end of the window, are you hopeful of getting anything over the line before it closes?
Listen, there's loads of stuff going on in the background. There's no more news than what I gave yesterday in the press conference. Obviously, there's one or two names in the media, and you've all run away with those a little bit because you're getting snippets from the other clubs. There's a lot of that I think's not right about those things. There's more wrong in those bits that speculation than right. There's one or two other players we're talking to. If we get them done, I'll be delighted. If we don't, I'll just keep working. We're all aligned. I'm up to speed with everything. I think everyone thinks that me and the ball don't talk or me and Ross don't talk. We're together every minute of every day. We're all on the same page. If we don't get the work done now, we'll do more work in the summer. If we do some work now, it'll be less in the summer. I think it's got to be the right players. I'm hoping, listen, it's just a debut, it's just 60 minutes. I'm hoping you're thinking that Todd Cantwell looks like the right player, the right fit, he's aligned. I would like us to add a midfielder to the squad that's powerful and can run. I would like to add another centre-half to the squad. I think we'll be looking in the goalie situation in the summer. We'll be looking for another number 9. If we're going to get all that done in the next 48 hours, there's more time in the summer, and it's got to be the right players. But nobody wants to strengthen this squad more than Ross, more than the board, and more than myself. It's in our interest to build a strong Rangers and a stronger squad and team that we've got right now. Yeah, all the stuff. What I can say is all the fees that we've offered this and offered that. That's them prices are way higher as well on one and way lower on the other. So I'll let you surmise amongst yourself which that is. But it's nowhere near what you're thinking. And I think the biggest thing is is that the clubs they're good players. We don't want to bring in bad players. We want to bring in good players, and the clubs they play for don't want them to go. Certainly in January, if I was a coach, I wouldn't want to lose one of my better players in January. So that's all the stuff that goes on. I think there'll be a couple of things in the next 48 hours, one way or the other. Can I guarantee you sat here that we're going to have new arrivals? No. Are we going to try our best? Definitely.
Thank you, guys.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you.